Coffee's on me today, sir. I can't pay. I didn't ask if you could pay. I asked if you were hungry. Every morning at 5 a.m., before the sun touches the diner's cracked front sign, Maria unlocks the door alone. 23 years she's owned and run Rosie's, named after her mother, and in 23 years she's never once turned away someone who couldn't pay. The diner has fed this neighborhood through 2 recessions, a flood, and more heartbreak than any single building should hold. But lately, the booths sit empty more than they're full. Ever since the new highway bypass diverted traffic 2 blocks over, Rosie's, once a fixture, has slowly become an afterthought. This is Maria's way and has been for years. The extra plate that accidentally gets made. The bill that quietly disappears for the mother counting coins with 3 kids in tow. What nobody sees is the toll it takes. That night, alone in her apartment above the diner, Maria opens a drawer stuffed with unpaid supplier invoices. Mama, I don't know how much longer I can hold on to this place. 3 weeks pass. Business doesn't improve. But every Tuesday without fail, the same older man walks through the door. He asks few questions, notices everything, and always leaves more than the bill requires. You ever think of expanding? Maybe a second location, sir? I'm barely keeping this one alive. Some months I'm the one who can't afford to eat here. Henry doesn't respond right away. He simply nods, finishes his coffee and leaves his usual generous tip, along with something Maria doesn't notice until after he's gone. A folded napkin with a phone number and 3 words. Call if needed. She doesn't call, pride mostly. The following month, the landlord delivers an ultimatum. Pay the back rent in full within 30 days or vacate. Maria spends sleepless nights going through numbers that simply don't add up. Reluctantly, she agrees to meet a buyer from a local restaurant chain interested in acquiring her mother's recipes and the Rosie's name. I'm sorry, Mama. I don't know what else to do. The night before that meeting, her line cook David, who Maria hired 2 years ago when he had nowhere else to go, finds her crying in the back office. Maria, you gave me a job when nobody else would look at my application twice. Whatever this is, let me help. There's nothing to help with, David. Some things just end. The next morning, before the buyer arrives, before Maria can sign anything, Henry walks in this time. He isn't alone. 2 people in business attire accompany him, carrying folders. If you're here about the recipes, I haven't decided yet. We're not here about recipes, Maria. We're here about the building. One of Henry's associates places a folder on the counter. Inside is a purchase agreement already signed, for the entire building, the diner included. What is this? I never agreed to sell. Nobody's asking you to sell anything. The building's landlord agreed to sell to me directly. As of this morning, I own it, sir? Why would you do that? Henry is quiet for a long moment before he speaks again, his voice softer than she's ever heard it. 11 years ago, my son was going through the worst period of his life, addiction, homelessness, a lot of things I couldn't fix no matter how much money I had. He used to talk about a place called Rosie's, the only diner that never turned him away. Even when he couldn't pay, it took me years to find it. He got clean eventually, moved away, started over. He passed 2 years ago, an accident, nothing to do with any of that. Going through his things, I found a photo of him, standing right here at this counter, smiling in a way I hadn't seen in years. What was his name? Marcus. Tall, always ordered the same burnt coffee and never let you charge him full price for the pie. I remember him. I always wondered what happened to that boy. I've been coming here every Tuesday for 6 months, not for the coffee, but to understand what this place meant to him, and I think I finally do. Henry slides another folder across the counter, this one different from the first. The building's paid off. No mortgage, no landlord breathing down your neck. Rosie stays exactly as it is, run exactly how you've always run it. This isn't charity, Maria. It's a thank you 11 years late, sir. I can't accept this. This is too much. You already paid for it, just not in money. My son ate free at this counter more times than either of us can count. David, watching from the kitchen doorway, wipes his eyes and quietly goes back to prepping the morning's first order. Some things don't need an audience. 1 year later, Rosie's has expanded its kitchen, hired 2 more staff, and still every single morning Maria makes a few extra plates, just in case. The framed photo of a young man smiling at the counter now hangs by the door, a small brass plaque beneath it reading simply, "For everyone Rosie's ever fed, and everyone it still will." Rule number 1 here: if someone's hungry, you feed them first. Figure out the rest later. Sometimes the smallest meal becomes the biggest gift someone's ever receives. If you believe kindness given without expecting anything back always finds its way home, leave a heart. And if you've ever been the Maria in someone's story, quietly helping without asking for credit, tell us about it in the comments.